Such a great pleasure to welcome into the fire the small but tenacious midfielder that has taken everything before him this year to show draft recruiters he is a heck of a player. South Fremantle's Steely Green. Nice to have you on, Steely.
Cheers, LJ. Thanks for having me.
Oh, awesome, mate. First things first, have your parents ever told you why the name Steely? Don't get me wrong, it's a super cool and wicked footy player name. It's just a bit unusual.
Yeah, it is a bit different. Mum named me after a little band name, Steely Dan.
Yeah,
So name up from that. So it's just rolled on ever since.
yeah, I like it, mate. Now,
Yeah.
not too many people have a story like you growing up. I'm sure you've told this story a million times and are pretty sick of it by now, but it's an incredible story. You actually got hit by lightning. I'd love to hear the story if you can tell it again.
Yeah, mate, I did manage to find myself enjoying my sailing as a young kid. But yeah, managed to get struck by lightning, which is a bit unusual. But yeah, pretty cool story. I was pretty lucky to get away with everything because of my rubber boots that I was wearing.
Yeah, it was the rubber boots, wasn't it?
Yeah, saved me. Yeah,
Not going to be wearing those out next time, are you?
yeah.
Do you still get out on the water at all, or has it spooked you a little bit?
No, I still love it and I still enjoy going out. Find myself going out as much as I can.
Yeah,
My uncle has a yacht, so I try to get out as much as I can with him. But yeah, obviously with work and stuff, I've struggled to find myself going out there.
yeah, awesome. Well, Mother Nature knew what she was doing because that freak incident turned the young man into footy. And we're all glad that you took up the sport. Why footy, mate?
Yeah, I don't know. Just I went down to a local footy match that was playing and just found myself falling in love with the game. Everyone getting around each other and the whole team environment and team involved. I thought it was everything. So I managed to find myself going and joining a local team.
Yeah. Now, in 3 years, you went from not knowing the rules to playing Colts. That is impressive, mate. What do you think you had that allowed this to happen? You must be one determined individual.
Yeah, I am. I am. I do like myself determined. But also with a rugby background, sort of helped me with my, stepping, tackling, and stuff like that. So yeah, I used to always be the kicker, so I learnt a fair bit off playing rugby.
Yeah, rugby certainly would help with the tackling aspect, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's helped heaps.
Yeah. I read that you took up being an electrician. Surely that's a joke. You get hit by lightning and become an electrician. I seriously love that. Well, you might have to put that on hold soon, mate. Did your mum just shake her head when you said I'm going to be an electrician?
The conversation was pretty funny when I first said it. But yeah, she's just happy for me in any trade that I pursue, and yeah, she's just always happy for me, so it's good.
It's a cool job, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty unique, a bit different, but yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Now, last year you weren't even on the radar of clubs, and now jumped right into draft contention. What did you do over the preseason to get yourself to this point?
Yeah, so for 2 years now, I've been working with a personal trainer slash coach, Josh Kovacs. So I've done immense work with him. Shaved off 50 seconds off my 2K, and yeah, just became a fit athlete. So I think that's helped a lot this year as well.
50 seconds off your 2K, that's a heck of a lot of time to shave off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It was well worth it.
Yeah. You aren't overly tall for a midfielder, but you're as tenacious as anyone in the draft. Do you think that do you think that fight you have to show as a smaller mid has made you the player you are today?
Yeah, I think sure. Especially I love getting dirty and love tackling, love the rough side of footy. So I think that really sets me apart from most my height.
Yep.
But yeah, I hate losing, and I love to come out with bruises and stuff like that. So I love it.
Do you reckon that's your best strength?
Yeah, definitely my competitiveness side. I think that's a real big key to um, what I bring. But yeah, I think that would be the biggest thing.
Yeah. You've actually moved past the Colts and into the seniors against the bigger bodies. Heck of an achievement, mate. This really shows you're ready for the rigors of the AFL. How did the season go for you at that level, and what did you take out of it?
Yeah, so I was lucky enough to debut in the round one. So I was privileged enough to wear the red and white. So I was so stoked with that. But yeah, the bigger bodies taught me a lot. You have less time with the footy than what you think. Um, and yeah, they're much more switched on than like a Colts level or something like that. So it's good. But all,
Yeah,
at the same time, the skill level was so much better. So you could trust that you're going to get um, hit on the chest and stuff like that. So that helped a lot as well.
yeah, definitely. Now, you went even better than this and forced your way into the WA state team and into the leadership team. Talk about taking every opportunity. Must have been a proud moment stepping onto the big stage in state colours.
Yeah, another extreme privilege of mine that I managed to achieve. So I was pretty lucky to get invited pretty late actually into the stateside. Then yeah, managed to find my way into the leadership team. So I was so stoked about that, and believe that I could be a good leader in the future.
Yeah, that must have been such a good experience, mate.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely taught me a lot. So it was good.
Yeah. Now, you also captained WA's only win against my boys SA. That must have been awesome, but that was a huge thrill.
Yeah, it was, and yeah, like I said before, a massive honor to even wear the colours, but to lead the side to victory. Being the captain was also another goosebump feeling. So it was good overall, and I always say that hopefully I was the um, winning edge maybe on the day.
How good was it in the change rooms after the game?
Yeah, it was unreal, especially being on the road. The past three previous games, and to have one home and to win it at home was just unreal, and everything fell in place. So we're just so happy.
Yeah, he played awesome, mate.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. How did you feel your champs went, and how did you go against some of the other elite midfielders in the champs?
Yeah, I didn't really think that my champs games were overly good. Um, Especially the start. I didn't really break in that well. I didn't really mold as a player in the team. But yeah, once the barriers and all the issues were thrown out the door, the last game I tried to really show what I'm about, and I thought I played all right towards the end of my championship games.
Yeah, he showed it well. Just how was the overall experience of the champs?
Yeah, it was unreal to get out of the comfort zone of being at home and being in the same bed, the same routine, breaking it up. Yeah, like it was just taught me so much and taught me that I got to really be ready for the next couple of months, hopefully.
Yeah, it must have been amazing, mate. All
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Yeah. All right, let's tell everyone what they get from you. A tenacious bull terrier who has as much appetite for the contest as my dad for a cheeseburger. A guy who is a team first and shows elite leadership. A young guy willing to do whatever it takes to be the best he can. A midfielder who can extract the ball and also step out of trouble with ease. A smart player who makes all those around him better. Professional, great guy who marks ball overhead and ready-made AFL player. So with all this, Steely, what's your area of improvement?
I'd like to polish my skills up a bit more. I've been practicing a lot actually in the off season after the combine, so I've been really sharpening it up. So yeah, I'd probably say my skills and execution.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I've got
you
a few.
oh, sorry, mate, you keep going.
Yeah, I've got a few things like body work and stuff I still need to work on, but I'm sure once I hit the gym, um, everything will pan out a bit better for me.
Yeah, no, it's good to have something to improve on, isn't it?
Exactly right.
Yeah. You did really well in the draft combine, showing your endurance, ability, and speed. How did you feel you went, mate?
Yeah, I thought I did pretty well in the 2K. I was pretty stoked about that. Agility, I was pretty happy with. And then 20-meter sprint and the vertical stuff. I think I did about average, so I was still pretty happy with that. But yeah, middle of the pack is always good.
Yeah, do you reckon you excelled at anything?
Yeah, I'd like to say the 2K and the agility. I thought I really surprised myself a lot. But yeah, on the day, probably could have cut a bit more time off the 2K with all the adrenaline that was pumping through me. But yeah, I didn't manage to.
Yeah. With the draft almost here, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, super nervous. Been struggling to sleep a little bit, so it's played a big key to life at the moment, actually. So yeah, just hopefully I can sit back, relax with family, and just let it all happen from there.
Yeah, do you read into much of the draft media?
I try to stay away from as much as I can. Obviously, mates sending screenshots and stuff like that. But yeah, just try to stay as far away as I can so I don't get too involved in it.
Yeah, exactly. Some simple footy questions. What football team do you go for?
I'm actually a Hawthorn man, believe it or not. But in my later years, I've been more of a Tiger supporter. So yeah, Hawthorn haven't had a really good run, so we'll go with them.
Yeah, what made you go for the Hawks?
Purely just from my auntie. Grew up around with my auntie a fair bit, so managed to watch a few footy games with her, and it always used to be the Hawthorn supporters. So yeah, just thought I'd notch up with them.
That's cool, mate. Who's your favourite player in the AFL right now?
It's got to be Dustin Martin, probably. I'd say, uh, even though we're not too far off, but we're not similar at the same time. But yeah, I'd definitely say Dustin Martin.
Yeah, he's a gun, isn't he?
Yeah, he's unreal the way he moves and stuff like that.
Yeah, a player in the AFL you love to have around for tea.
Oh, it'd have to be Dustin Martin again, I reckon. We'll go with him. Mum's obsessed with Dustin Martin. Always talks about him. So yeah, should be stoked about that, I'm sure.
Player you're impressed by at the Australian champs this year.
Um, Impressed by. I thought Tyrell Dewar actually had a really big lift. It was good for him to really show his craft. He's a very good player that you can use anywhere on the ground. So hopefully that really adds another another string to his bow in the draft for him.
Yeah, he's a legend and he's great at the game, isn't he? Just a star.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. Okay, let's ask some non-footy questions, mate. What do you like to do
Yeah,
in your spare time?
I like heading to the beach, relaxing at the beach and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm into going to the beach, probably going to my farm that I have in Brookton. Nice escape, nice to get away from the city and all the lights and stuff like that. So yeah, probably doing that stuff.
Yeah, I would go down to the beach here in Adelaide, but it seems to be raining every time I want to go.
That's no good, is it?
Yeah, the weather's not too good here in Australia, is it?
Yeah, it has its moments.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
If you had to cook a meal, what would you impress with?
probably a nice creamy pasta, I'd say.
Yeah,
Cream bacon broccoli pasta, something along the lines like that.
oh,
But
that
yeah,
sounds good, mate. You have to cook it to me for me sometime.
yeah, one day.
You get to go and play in any sport. What would you do? What would you do best in other than footy?
I'd probably say sailing. Obviously with my previous career option, I'd probably go with that for sure.
Yeah. How well would you go in 18 holes of golf?
Oh, I actually do enjoy my golf. Find myself
Yeah.
going a bit. But yeah, my cousin is actually Hannah Green, so it's a bit of a bloodline sort of thing. But yeah, I haven't played I haven't played holes in a good couple of years, but yeah, I do all right, I'd say.
Yeah, you have to get me an interview.
Yeah, might have to.
Awesome. How long would you last in a zombie apocalypse?
I'd probably do all right. With all the background from being out at my farm and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually couldn't tell you. Never really thought about it.
Yeah, just quietly, I think I'd want to stay with you in the zombie apocalypse. I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, Steely, it's been super getting to know you. You're a very cool guy and a great player. I can't wait to see where you end up after the draft. Good luck, mate.
Legend. Cheers for having me, mate. Appreciate
All
it.
time for you on, buddy.